Okay, we're live. Um, Today talking about I've done a review of last week on DXY, EU, GU, and EU, GBP, the USD Swiss franc, and DXY. So starting off with GU right here. So as you can see clearly that we had this buy side being taken out on the 14th of August. So after taking sell side liquidity on this part, we responded up to this buy side liquidity and started dropping lower. And right here you can see that we have this previous weekly low, and we formed the previous weekly low, and the candle that took out this buy side liquidity acts act as previous week's highs. And you can see that price after taking buy side liquidity, we beat above and we started dropping, dropping to the downside. Now taking out this previous week low, I see price took previous weekly low to previous day low and started expanding. So I'm actually bullish at the moment on GU because we have previous day highs resting here, previous day low. Because this is Saturday. This is Saturday. Yesterday was the last trading day on Friday for the week. So we had the sweep of previous day low. Now on the H4, this is my higher time frame. Now going, this is my higher time frame. I'm going to my mid time frame is 4 hour time frame. So yeah, I can say I drew this trend line. I'm not a trend line trader, but I just drew this trend line because I saw something like similar. So we had this trend line, price broke it out, trade back to some sort of, I don't know support or what, but I think price tested it and we are going up. And right now, let me go to 4 hour time frame. Uh, and don't also forget to put God first and also pray about the next week, the following week of the trading day. So always put God first in everything you do. Put God first in your trading. Put God first in your life. Put God first in every situation because it's bigger than every situation that you think of. Always put God first. So yeah, okay. I think that thing was on the daily that I marked out. So we'll switch this off on hour than and minute time frame on 15 minutes time frame. So what really happened here? As I said, price took buy side liquidity. That's this size resting above this place. So price took it down and we shifted bearish. We broke market structure and we are bearish for a very long time. That was those candles, those Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday candles performed. So market structure shift to the downside. We have a breaking market structure right here again. And we have this Russian high and what price did. Yesterday there was news and price took that this previous week lows right here and we expanded. So this is a market structure shift to the bullish side. Um, I think Because let me see something that we are still. I think you're still bearish at the moment. I think you're still bearish. Because why I say you're still bearish? Because of I was expecting price to go down to this point. I'm gonna do my fifth adjustment. Okay. Not bullish. Now because the midpoint of the 0.5% of that fib was inside an FEG and present to that FEG and we expanded. Let me show you the FEG. We have this fair value gap. First thing, I see this FEG, this FEG. Simple 338 and that's the week. If we traded into the midpoint of the FEG and we expanded to the upside. So now this is also a like information that tells me that I'm bullish. I need to be bullish for the next week. Now for the previous week close and previous week highs, what is your previous week size and which one is your previous week close? Now this is Thursday. In terms of last week previous week size. This is Monday. Monday created a previous week high. That's here. And zinc price is also heading to that point. Now where's our recent basket creating? That last week highs was acting as previous week highs and also acting as basket liquidity. Because when price take basket liquidity and we drop lower, now the high acts as basket liquidity. After taking basket liquidity, these highs act as basket liquidity also. Every highs and lows. A old high acts as buy side and old low acts as sell side liquidity. So we have a buy side liquidity here also. And this will be a sell side liquidity. And this sell side liquidity also is acting as a previous week's low. You can see the interchange. They're changing previous week's high acting as buy side liquidity, previous week low acting as sell side liquidity. See, the last week highs acted as buy side liquidity. And now last week lows. Now that means this last week lows, that's this Friday. Yeah, this is Friday and this is the low. That's my sell side liquidity. After running into this buy side imbalance and sell side inefficiency, that's my sell side liquidity also. So buy side liquidity so for a while. Consider I see a structure shift here. There's a structure shift here, yeah. Yeah, the structure shift to the upside. We have a structure shift right here, and we have this huge FEG. Now for next week I'll be looking for buys, but I need this to align with the XY. This low now. This low is acting as a social liquidity right here. Let's see. see outside liquidity right there. I have a buy side liquidity. I'm looking out for price to take these old highs. So I'm expecting more buys. I see that the news, because Jeremy Powell spoke on Friday. Now that news on Friday buys up Thursday, Wednesday, and Tuesday. This is not the whole news. The whole news. They have this. They have this evidence for our time frame. Whenever price on the daily higher time frame tell you that we are bullish. On the lower time frame, you have to. In the mid time frame, you have to be bullish. And the lower time frame, you have to also be bullish also. So, that is the new feature already. So I expect price to alongside this FUG and look for expansion or let's see it expanding to the upside. So going on to the next pair, I'm going to Indian and also start from the daily also. This is really this one. Okay, fine. You can see my markup is already here already. At least on maximum. So what should I looking at? Now the DXY and the USD Swiss franc do almost the same thing. But for the majors, that means EU and GU, they do the whole different thing. If JSY is pushing to the upside, PSY is bullish, the GU and EU will be bearish. Now, USD Swiss franc is bearish, and I know that DXY by now also will be bearish. Now, there's our analysis, our high time frame biases, and also for next week. Now, we can see we've been consolidating at this point. We've been consolidating from Monday, we consolidated from Thursday, Friday, from last week, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then on Friday we had this long expansion, taking out sell side liquidity, because this is the old low. So taking out this buy side liquidity, you can see a space there. We had this high, we pulled back, and we took buy side liquidity, and the highs is acting as buy side liquidity also. We have previous week's highs. Now previous week's highs will act as this last week. That's yesterday highs, Friday. Yesterday Saturday. So this high is acting on previous week's highs. And the low also, I would say acts. You can see. Now previous week's high acts as Friday, and previous low also is also acting as previous week's low. Why? Friday makes the high after taking out. There's a sweep right here. Price swept. I see. But this is their weekly profiles. They're called weekly profiles. Consolidated and now on Friday we took Wednesday highs and we dropped more lower. So we have previous week lows acting as sell-side liquidity. So took sell-side liquidity. So so acting as sell-side liquidity. Now here's our buy-side liquidity. Pressing buy-side liquidity. So our new buy-side liquidity. So that was the last high that we made after taking these lows. So it's very clean, it's very simple. Buy side, after taking buy side, we took sell side, we expanded, we had a resting low here without taking it, price expanded to this FUG, and we dropped more lower to sell side liquidity. I've been framing sales, I've been framing just sales on Swiss one, and finally we got what we want. We took our previous day lows. That's it. It's previous day low and we swept it. So we have previous day size and we have previous day also. So when we put on for our time frame, you can see there is a very big range. It's a very big range, like was a short break. It took a whole lot of time for us to shift bearish again. Now for this west side of it also we've seen on both sides. So this pictures everything. So we have this effigy all from this point. So I'm bearish on your Swiss francs. I'm bearish on your Swiss franc. So going on to my next pair to look at EU. I got out from the daily. It's almost the same thing we had on G also. We just said by side of later in EU. After previously after taking buy side of it at this point, we have resting highs also that I haven't taken, and price took sell side. After taking sell side liquidity, we are not buy side liquidity, and this sell side liquidity also after previous week low. Let's see swaps previous day low. We have this one buy side liquidity. Personality is not much. See, after shifting bearish, you just showing up back. I know this battle is actually act as liquidity. You just shifted bearish on EU and now taking out this high. The reason want to do. Yes, also. Surprise swap is better liquidity. You can see swept by side liquidity, that's the X right here, and this is sell, this is now the low sell liquidity. I'm still bearish because we haven't taken out this size with the full body candle. We just wicked above it and we might even trade down over. So I'm still bearish. See, we get a full body candle, then I expect to be bearish for next week. Now we're going up to the dead side, and I also recap my trade for last week because I took 2 trades. Was it 2 trades last week? Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday. Okay, I took just 1 trade last week. Then for the last 2 weeks, I took I took two trades. Well, last week I took two trades. I took one trade last week and another winning trade last or that upper last week. So now going up to DXY. Let's see what happened on DXY. We ran into okay. Anyways, we have buy side liquidity resting above here. Then we have sell side liquidity resting. So after taking this buy side right here, we did a high. We had the buy side here. We've been trying our best to get to this sell side liquidity. You can see we've made the range, a refugee, we trade back to it, and there are likelihood that we might trade down to this sell side liquidity. So we just took previous week low, we took previous week low, and two previous week lows, and now also two previous day highs. Two previous day highs. I see the sweep. We had a sweep there. We had a sweep there. Yeah. The previous week highs is resting. Yeah. No, though now we have previous week high also acting at previous day high, and we have previous week low acting at previous day low. We just swept to previous week low. So I'm supposed to put it. I'm just like shitty to this, but I'll just leave it. Maybe Monday I can put the previous week high there. And now I think we are still bearish. We are bearish on the XY. We are bearish on the XY. If I go on to my H4, I see I'm still bearish. 100%. 100% I'm still bearish on the XY. That stuff. So on the XY, like as I told you, I've been bearish on the XY all through. Market structure shifts after taking this buy side. Been bearish, liquidity sweeping liquidity, trending down. Now we still have this outside liquidity not being taken, but right now I'm bearish. So for next week, I'll be looking to long GU. I'm looking to short USD Swiss franc. For now, EU have not told me what is in. I can't trade EU when it's bearish, and also the DSY is bearish. I cannot trade EU unless I'm looking for some kind of my model or any other concept, but I need to wait for it to show me that we are bullish, so it can correspond well with the DXY. I don't want to go against the US dollar, because the US dollar is strength. Yeah, the US dollar is strength, but now I think US dollar is very weak. US dollar is very weak right now. Bearish. It's not strong, so it has been weak. It's weak right now. So, but I have to also align myself with both pairs. Now, the title of this video will be like my weekly recap on how to identify the daily bias. Previous day lows and previous day highs act as their forms of liquidity. Previous lows liquidity, FEG liquidity, all that and all those liquidity. So I'll go back to my trade recap I took in the month of August. I think today's 23rd of August. Yeah, today's 23rd of August. So going back to EU USD. Yeah, I took two trades last week. I'm going to recap the trade and show you guys also. Okay. For my 15-minute time frame, I'll show you guys what I took. My last two trades I took on EU. So the last trade. Let me take you guys to the trade before the last. Okay. This trade actually was a reversal type model, a reversal, like a New York reversal trade setup, and I'll show you the logic behind this trade. I'm not going to hide anything. I'll show you the logic behind the trade. Now this is 13th of August on EU. Now on the 4-hour time frame, we had we've been shifting structure bullish. We have been bullish on EU. So after we had this break in market structure, we had this candle, this particular candle right here. We had this candle that broke structure with a full body. It was the full body candle that broke structure. And this high, this candle is a London candle. You see it opened 1 a.m. It opens at 1 a.m. and closes at 5 a.m. I think so. Yeah, close out. So this candle made a high. This candle, right? You see, made a high. This candle, we created a high, and on New York, we took out London highs. So I was expecting price. I was looking for a reversal type of model. So I expected price to take out the London highs, and I'll go to the M15 and look for a trade entry for me to short. You get the reversal type of model. I'm not aligning with the trend. I'm not like I'm going against it. It's a counter trend. I'm going against the trend, but I know what I'm actually doing. This is what I've been doing for a very long time. So we had London created the high, we took the high, New York took the high. Now this is the logic on the 4-hour time frame. And you can see that also after price to buy liquidity. Okay, fine. You see after price to this BMS, this particular high that we took out is buy liquidity. So we expect price to dash down lower, right? We expect price to go down lower. Now on M15, oh my god, on M15, what do we have? What do we look for our entry? So what exactly was I looking for? Now I'm framing reversal type of model. So we had London highs. You can see this part showing giving us the London section. So we took London highs, that's the X, and we trade down over, take market shift to show that yes, we are bearish and it's right time we take a reversal trade, a short trade to go lower. So price took London highs and restructure, and we had this CISD. At this point. Then I looked for shorts during New York section. So this is New York reversal model. So I look for shorts. Targeting Asian lows. Having some little network issue, but we get the type of we actually look for. You see, that price took one down, they drop down lower, taking structure shift, trading back to CSD, and we drop to Asian lows. So we targeted Asian lows. Those are targets. Once a price hit our TP, price smashed our TP. Then on the 21st of August, we had almost same thing. Now this is time for me to follow the trend as EU has been bullish. This is time for me to follow the trend as EU has been bullish. But what happened? We lost the trade because of news. So I'll recap what I'll try to tell you what happened. I'll show it with you guys what really happened. So we have a Sharon Range here. This is the London type of model, but we got a mention in New York. So we had this Asian range low, Asian range here. We took the lows. So after taking the lows, we expanded, taking that backside the play. That means shifting structure at this point. We buy straight back to this FG. We looked for entry on New York session, and we bought. Price was actually moving really well. Then we had a news PMI on we had a news PMI on around maybe started around 8:30 or 9 a.m. 9 a.m. yes. So we had the news and swept my SM. Why did this happen? Because most most news events are known for some aspect. Some news events actually follows the trend. If your structures are right, you always follow the trend. And some news events go for reversal. They are known for reversal, and some are known for trends. This PMI for me, when I'm actually on my right bias, it goes against the trend. It goes only for reversal, and also PPI. You had this news. You had the news right here. This is PPI, and I'm reversing. So that it aligns with it. It aligns with it. It aligns with it. See, it aligns with it. So those are the only two trades I took. One I took last week. Last week I took one win, a win, and this week I took a loss. So hopefully next week we'll do better. I pray so. The next week is blessed. So I'll wrap up this video and also end it here also. See you guys.